Whether you already have a next-gen console or you're planning on getting one soon, I'm sure you really want to know what exclusive games you'll be able to play on it later this year. I'm Hitman89 and on this video, I will show you the best upcoming PS5 and Xbox Series X exclusives of 2021. Console exclusives, meaning some of these games will also be available on PC. Now let's start with the first game. The Medium is a psychological horror game that allows the player to explore two worlds at the same time. The animations seem to be as shitty as the frame rate, especially for a game that doesn't look next gen, but the camera angles and the atmosphere will most likely give you a Silent Hill vibe. Plus it'll be on Game Pass, so you should give it a shot. Moving on to a PS5 exclusive game that's basically a roguelike TPS where every time you die, the planet changes, so you have to break the cycle before the cycle breaks you. That's what the main character said in the trailer and I thought it was cool, so I said it. By the way, I don't know if you've seen Edge of Tomorrow, but Returnal reminds me of that movie. The concept is interesting and the game doesn't look half bad, so keep an eye on it. And since we're talking about graphics here, Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of the best looking games out there and it's coming to Xbox Series X this summer. Apart from its photorealistic graphics and as the name suggests, Microsoft Flight Simulator is a real, well, simulator. So keep that in mind and don't be like those fools who bought Demon's Souls on PS5 for its graphics and forgot that it actually takes skill to make some progress and enjoy those graphics. So instead, they only got to enjoy the first 15 minutes. And since we're talking about the PS5, we'll be getting an action-adventure game called Kena Bridge of Spirits, where you play as a little girl who uses her magical powers to help deceased people move from the physical to the spirit world. Even though in the trailer it looks more like she's enslaved them and she's exploiting the shit out of them, but it seems like they're cool with being slaves, so who am I to interfere? Now let's go back to Xbox and to a much darker game, because Scorn is disturbing, intriguing, and sometimes disgusting. I can't be the only one seeing dicks and pussies, penises and vaginas everywhere in this game, right? In all seriousness though, the visual design is unique and we really need more innovation in video games, enough with the copy and paste shit we've been getting for a while. Speaking of which, let me show you another unique game. Dude, I'm fucking killing it with these transitions. Okay, so even though the first trailer made it seem scary, Ghostwire Tokyo is not a horror game. It's actually an action-adventure game where you have to defeat the ghosts that are haunting Tokyo using your psychic abilities, and as you can see, you cast spells with those Naruto moves. Yeah, I know, it's a weird-ass game. So Halo Infinite was supposed to be a Series X launch title, but after its shitty reveal, it got delayed by a year. Hopefully 343 Industries will have enough time to upgrade the graphics considerably to make the game look next gen. By the way, the multiplayer part of Halo Infinite is gonna be free to play, which in my opinion is the right thing to do if you want your game to stay alive for at least a couple of years. Now the next game I wanna show you is made by Arcane Studios. You know, the guys who made Dishonored. It's about two rival assassins who are stuck in a time loop, and in order to break this loop, they have to kill each other. Honestly, at least to me, the game looks like it could easily run on a base PS4 or base Xbox One, but people seem to be excited for this game, so whatever. Let's move on to the next Microsoft exclusive. Forza games alongside the Gears of War series are the best looking and most optimized Xbox games out there. And Forza Motorsport 8, actually it's just gonna be called Forza Motorsport because apparently they're rebooting the series. The most important thing is that it's gonna look better than ever. Now if you're into racing games and you don't have a gaming PC or a Series X, you can play Gran Turismo 7 on PS5 instead. I remember spending hundreds of hours on Gran Turismo 2 on PS1. Yeah, I'm old as fuck, I know. Anyways, I'm not into racing games that much anymore, but if you like what you see, you should know that Gran Turismo 7 comes out early 2021. Keep an eye on it. Another game you should definitely keep an eye on is Stalker 2, which was first announced in 2018. GSC said they plan on releasing it in 2021 and they recently confirmed that the game will only be available on PC and Xbox Series X. Hopefully this time the devs will have enough resources to make the game they've always wanted to make, cause Stalker 1 had so many of its features scrapped, like vehicles. The next game I want to show you I thought would be a PS5 exclusive, but turned out to be a PS4 game as well. Cause Sony's biggest game of 2021, Horizon Forbidden West, will come out on PS5 and PS4. probably to sell as many copies as possible. This game is still the main reason why many people will be getting a PS5 in 2021 though. If you haven't played the first one, you should know that Horizon is an action RPG that takes place in a world overrun by machines, and it's available on PS4 and it was recently released on PC. So maybe play it while waiting for the sequel. Anyways, let's move on to another game that's got a unique world. I still don't know whether Everwild will be an RPG or an adventure game, but one thing's for sure, it's got an interesting world that's gonna be incredibly fun to explore. By the way, we're looking at a 100% next-gen game, cause Everwild won't be coming to Xbox One. And I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but looks like Microsoft's #1 issue, which is the exclusivity drought, will finally go away later this year. So you guys might want to consider getting both consoles so you don't miss out on any exclusives. Speaking of which, let me show you a PS5 exclusive that'll make full use of that motherfucking SSD. In my opinion, what makes Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart look next gen, going from one level to another without loading screens aside, is just how dense the environment and particle effects are. There are tons of characters on screen, destructible environments, and there's just always so much going on. I haven't played the Ratchet and Clank game since the very first one on PS2, but I'm honestly considering getting this one later this year. And that's gonna be it for the best upcoming PS5 and Xbox Series X exclusives of 2021. Let me know what game you're most excited for in the comments section. As usual, if you're new to the channel and you want to see some top 10s and game reviews, don't forget to subscribe. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon.
White girls doing lines like a barcode, black and white keys moving bass by the carload. Everything I push is fucking dope. Narcos.